Okay, this is my full tutorial on how to build one of these race simulator things. They're pretty cool if you know what you're doing. Now, to begin with, it is best to build it in something like a nightstand, like one of those little movable nightstand drawer thingies. What I did was build it in one of those. As you can see, all of my stuff, screws go directly and go into boards on the back, so it stays stable and sturdy. This is the easiest part. Just put it in, screw in 2 or 3 of those 2-inch screws straight through, and then here we go. On the back, you can see these thick boards and also the screws where they come back out, because the back of the nightstand itself is insanely soft, so they have a tendency to just rip straight out of it. It's a real problem. But now let's get on to the real build. Okay, now this is really everything you're going to need if you're going to build one of these racing simulators. Here I have a screwdriver. It's a special type, but any Phillips screwdriver will work. I am using half-inch screws, but you could use, say, 1 or 2 inch screws for this project, but I do want to go with half-inch screws. So after you have installed those gas and brake pedals, you want to get your Xbox One controller like this. Now the first thing you want to do is plant a single screw, like one of these, anywhere in the middle here. So like just where it is, as long as it is in the middle of the thing, it's okay. Now you want to take the controller, make sure its bottom half right here is bucking on that screw, like hitches into here. Now once that bottom half is bucking there, you take another screw, same half-inch, place it to the other side of the controller. You want to make sure it line up just right where it should be. Move that controller back. Now that means when you carry down the controller, they should be both locking like this. Okay, so the controller cannot be pushed down. Okay, that's a very good start. Now you will want to run a wire from the gas slash brake, whichever one you want to start with first, back through up here. Alright, so this wire right here that I'm currently using is a piece of galvanized steel wire. You could use threads as long as it's strong enough to take that 2 pounds of force. Now what you will want to do is, after you get that wire cleared, place it like here, or you could give it a little bend or something. But as long as it's sitting on this trigger right here, that's good. Now you will want to pin this wire, like pin it with a screw or something. So whenever you press like the gas, see that? It tensions and compresses the trigger right there. Once you've make sure and set your compression ratio and stuff, you will want to take something like one of these same half-inch screws again. Make all the way flat, like fully, so it doesn't move. Okay, that's good, that's good. Now if I just press the gas, look at that. It's perfectly compressing the trigger. And since the control cannot move because of our through previous screws, it is perfectly fine. Now, time to see if it does work on my Xbox One. So turn on my controller. It turns on. Now, take a listen. Yep, that certainly does work. So that's the first and easiest part. Should not be too hard for anyone. Okay, now we will be doing the same thing for the brakes, so I will be mainly fast forwarding through that, but you get, yeah, just like that. If I pin it here, if I just press that brake, see that? Compresses, and it cannot be moved because of the screw. Okay, that should be just enough. So let's see. Okay, the brake appears to be working perfectly along with the gas, which is neat. The brake thankfully does not accidentally trigger the gas, even though I forgot to underloop it. But that is still pretty good. I may want to add some more tension, but it is pretty good for now. This is only part one. I'll be dropping part two soon or later, but that's it. Thank you all guys for watching. Comment for part two, because in part two I will be doing steering and clutch assembly.